So, you guys,
Oh, Lord.
welcome to another episode of More to the Story. I am Farron Moore. I am welcoming back my stand-in co-host,
I know. I like being here. It's like often, and
Dominique.
I
You're
love
right.
it. I love it.
But I promise you, I'm not trying to take advantage of you. Like you
No,
are,
take
because she's
advantage.
such a quick call. Because I just found out last night that Tahir wasn't going to be here, like for sure. And I was
Mhm.
like, Dom, Dom, please don't be busy right now. But yes, but I am pleased to introduce my guest for today. You will see, I love the cute wave. You have you can find them. I found them on IG as the Ignant Intellectual. We have Zarandrian Morris, last name, right? In
Yes,
the studio, kinda in the virtual studio today.
thank you.
I am excited to have you because the just you have such a wide range of views and opinions, and like whether it's popular or not, like I just appreciate the way you use your voice.
Thank you.
And it's just been enlightening to see. So I kind of fell into this like fangirl mode. Just because the way I was obsessed with your post and your just who you are on social. So I was like, okay, if I'm feeling this way, then I'm sure everybody else is and every time I would bring you up or send somebody a post, they're like, oh, I need to follow, or who is this? How'd you find? And I'm like, how do you not already know? Like, I felt like because I knew everybody else knew, and I was like the last one to the party.
Oh, I appreciate that as coming from a Black woman because that all over the place, that challenging shit used to get me in trouble, suspended, detention. So to be validated finally for like the way I'm supposed to be thinking, all different topics,
Yes.
challenging stuff was not
Yes.
always a good thing.
Right, and it's like it's not just one area for you. You're like, "I," and then you so fucking smart.
Thank you.
So fucking smart. It's like, I feel enlightened just from the just swiping through. I'd be like, "Oh, I learned
Thank
something
you.
new a day." Like like we were just talking, I don't know if you heard us, but we were just talking about something that someone shared, something you
Yeah.
posted that someone shared with her about folks bragging about going to Ghana and paying $50 to get their hair
Girl,
braided.
Yeah.
And it's
yesterday,
like, that's
yesterday.
not a flex. That's actually quite trash of you. It's like,
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
yes, that's extreme trash of you because
Yeah.
on so many levels, because you spent all that money to go get it done somewhere else when you could have helped somebody here, and you only gave them $50 when you know it's worth more than that. Like, why wouldn't you kick them more? Like,
I
it
mean,
was just
they saying that they tip, and I think that when you travel international,
mhm,
you could actually mess up a place by spending US money
mhm,
everywhere. Like, I don't know how much braids cost, but let's say they cost
mhm,
400. I'm not saying tip the people 400. That could offset their community as well.
mhm.
My issue is if you know in your mind, I got this for a steal for $50, and then you're gonna brag about the fact that you got a steal from somebody with your skin tone.
Mm.
That's weird to me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying pay them what you paid a girl in Brooklyn. I'm not saying that.
Mhm.
But I do think it's very weird for you to flex. Look how cheap this was, y'all. Look how cheap this was. So you knew something in you told you this was cheap, relative. Cheap is relative.
Mhm.
And then you're gonna get on the internet and make videos bragging about, I don't want to use the word underpaying because it might not be underpaying in that
Mhm.
specific place. It's not the flex. It's not the
Mhm.
flex.
Yeah.
I completely like I just feel like in some way, shape, or form, if you're going to do something like that, then give back in in a way that actually makes sense. Like just the fact that it's okay for you to spend $50 and it's like this huge deal. I would just want to do something else. Like I
Something
would walk
else.
around and like buy stuff from the marketplace. Like I want to give back some
Yeah.
way, somehow.
Yeah.
So it's like I get it and I appreciate you saying it. It was
I don't
something.
feel good bragging that I paid somebody so much less. Like I don't feel I like getting a bargain, but it doesn't feel good to travel to another
Mhm.
country and brag about.
Because we know how like some places are so impoverished and they need certain things, and
Mhm.
we go there and we take advantage like all the time. It's like when you go to what like Jamaica or like DR or something like that, where they kind of live
Mhm.
below a certain like line and
Mhm.
only have so much. So it's like messed up. Like,
You
and we
try to get
Right.
complain, we
the most
complain about
possible.
everything here as it already is.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start off. We do convo cards. Look at she all
I'm so
excited.
excited.
I saw those cars.
Yeah, I love these. This is the Icebreaker
Mhm,
best
mhm.
self pack. Yes, so they have all these different categories. Experiences. Would you rather? What's this? I think these are the random ones. Dom, you want to pick a category? Experiences, random, life.
Oh, they color coded.
Mm-hmm.
Where you from?
Deep.
New Orleans.
Okay.
Right.
I'm so excited. I'm going to New Orleans for the first real time in a couple weeks.
First real time.
Yeah, it's a long story.
Oh, it's not like a festival or nothing. You just going.
Yeah, no, I'm going for a birthday, but the first
Oh.
real time is a long story. So yeah. Oh, okay. I like being I don't know. I like
You
being
can tell
random.
us a story if you want to, girl.
I'm so excited. Like I was like, I'm so excited.
How often do you get back? Because you're in DC now, right?
Mhm. It's interesting because I will go back home more, but the place that we now celebrate Christmas and stuff is my little cousin house in Houston. So I'm now seeing, which
Mm,
I never went to Houston before.
Uh-huh.
But the majority of people after Katrina went to Houston. A lot
Mhm.
Houston
yeah.
got a lot of people. So now
Right.
we in Houston. So I don't go home as much as I used to. So I probably go home probably like twice a year.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Or like once a year.
You said you wanted random?
Yeah, let's be random.
Okay.
Okay.
Pick a card.
Okay. Any card. I don't know how to shuffle, and these are new, so I don't want to be in nothing anyway. Okay. Oh, this is really random.
Mm.
Are you a cat or a dog person?
Oh.
That's how random. Maybe I should have went with life. Like this is so random. I was like, oh, it's gonna be good. And I was like, oh.
Oh my God. Well,
Disappointed.
right. Disappointed.
I never had a pet though, so I don't know.
Wait, like you never wanted one? Not interested?
I literally just my mama's 76. I just talked to her about why I didn't have a pet. And she said if I would have had a pet, it would have been all my responsibility. But I never thought, not even a fish. Like I never thought to ask for a pet.
Really?
Oh.
Like,
I don't have a pet now. I never had a pet.
and like you have no desire, not curious about it.
But I wonder it's because I never had a desire to have kids. You think it's related?
No,
I
I
don't
don't.
know. I don't know. Like, see, now that I got the
Do you have commitment issues?
I might
look, listen.
get out of my business.
No, that's what this show all about is getting in business.
No,
So-
look, my ass is this is my first time being a full-time dog mom, all right?
Mhm.
It's chaotic at times.
Oh, you still have the puppy?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's mine.
Oh.
That's mine. Pax is mine.
Oh, okay.
And Pax,
Yeah.
I love her to death. And this is my mama practice. And how I treat her, trying to be patient with her, trying to understand her, though she probably really doesn't understand me. She just learned that Pax is her name. So I'll say it and I'll be like, Paxton, and she'll hit that corner. But she's so sweet. I woke up in the middle of the night to cuddle.
You did?
Yeah, I sure did.
Oh, poor baby.
Oh.
It's got you wrapped around her finger.
Right.
She does. I was
But I
gonna
guess
ta-
if we're talking about the ease of a pet, I would think a cat would be easier. Like, they stay home longer by themselves. They kind of
They
you don't
just
have to walk them and stuff.
yeah, they're more independent, definitely. But my
Yeah.
friend, her cat is clingy, so I don't know.
Really?
That cat be every time I call, it's like they meow and then come get on her, and I'm like, well, what the hell I do?
Really?
Yeah. Hey, Cleo,
You
wherever
know
you
what?
are.
I have a friend who has a cat that, like, she loves company. And so
Mm.
every time I come over, she got to rub her face all in my
Mhm,
shoes, all on my
Oh,
mhm.
leg.
wow. That's so cute,
She's right
though.
on. I've never had a cat do that. Usually I'm like, I don't mess with you, you don't mess with me, and we just exist around each other. I'm not a cat person. I
Yeah.
like cat videos. I think
Mhm,
cats are cute from a distance, but I don't
mhm.
need to share space.
I don't know. I just wanna see or understand why cats jump when they see cucumbers. Like, what is that about? And I kinda want my friend to record it and, like, do it, but that's all. I don't even mess with cats.
Okay, Imma ask you another question, Zarandrian, okay?
Mhm.
Ooh, I like this one. This is a if you could. If you could get away with a crime, what crime would you commit?
Hmm.
Mm.
Probably something like tax evasion.
I was about to sounds like something with money for me because of,
I like that.
Probably something like, yeah,
So
like
many
not
people respond murder. Like
no,
it's too
probably
many of
something
them.
around money. Yeah. I'm sorry, Dominique. What
Oh,
did you
no, 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 I was like, "No, it's too many of them that I'm not gonna kill. I'm with you with the money."
Mhm. If I could
Wow.
get away with a
Yeah.
crime,
Oh,
it would be
Nice.
embezzlement, tax evasion.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yep.
hell
Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay. So you want a Bernie Madoff out here.
But
Did
you yeah. I was gonna go somewhere else with that, but yeah.
Where was you about to go?
Didn't they say that he was the one that then all of the people turned against him because he got caught? I don't want that part.
Yeah, right, right.
Yeah.
But that's that's the whole point. You get away
I
with it because he
Yeah.
kinda didn't get away with it.
He didn't get away with it.
He got he had a long run though. Did you watch the, docu-series
I
on
got like 15 minutes into it. I really thought about that. I might want to finish that
Yo,
series.
it was interesting because I turned it on to, like, fill time because I was
And
cleaning
got
and
caught
stuff.
up.
I ended up sitting down, just
Oh,
yelling at the TV, "This motherfucker!" Like,
yeah.
Wait, where is this? Where
go
I need a
it's on Netflix, yo.
Okay.
It breaks down the whole thing, how he started, like, there was not an honest bone
In his
Anybody.
body.
in this man's body. Like, he didn't
Damn.
start out doing it the right way and then later got corrupted. He started out all fucked up.
Corrupted.
Sometimes it be like that.
I was like, "So you just knowingly went into this fucking people over."
What crime
And,
y'all
like
would commit?
what'd you say?
What crime y'all would commit?
Oh, mine would have something to do with theft because I steal little things all the time.
Oh,
Like
still.
candy and
At
stuff
your
from
big
the store?
age.
Yes, I steal. Like, I went to, and it's just little things, like, oh, Tahir and I were on a flight, and someone left a little seat belt extension thing on the flight, and so we were like, I mean, he was looking at it, and he was like, "Oh, somebody left it." He was like, "I should take it," and I'm like, "Put it in my purse."
But what you gonna do with it,
Nothing.
friend?
It's literally just rolled up, sitting on a bookcase, and it's like a cool story. We stole this together. Like,
I stole, they're not these. These the real earphones. But we went to, my friend turned 45. We went to South Africa the other month.
uh-huh.
And I took the over the ears off of the Delta flight for sure.
Yeah.
In
See?
the first class when I was coming from economy from the back.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
I haven't
Hell
wrapped them up yet, and
no.
I sure jacked the pair. Is that stealing? I feel like I paid for the flight 10 times.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's stealing, friend.
That's
It's
stealing.
stealing. You
Okay.
can you can try to rationalize it all you want. It's still stealing.
See,
Look at it. She said,
I accidentally stole a lip liner. And
accidentally.
because I was at CVS and I was grabbing some stuff,
Mhm.
and then I thought I swiped it, but then I looked and it was in my hand, and
Oh.
I was like, okay, well, here we are. And then I was like, it's not my color. Here, Janelle, this is what I get for stealing. Like, I felt like karma came back on me real quick. I was like, bitch, you can't even
Mhm.
wear it.
No.
Like,
I even
no.
encourage other people to steal for men.
I don't know. My conscience in the way. Listen, I'm just like, somebody's coming to get me. But I'm telling you, if I could do anything, like it would be in the
Man,
money line. I'm robbing the banks. I'm
the
robbing
on.
banks.
the little stuff I steal, if karma comes back, it won't be that bad.
Like, you just listen.
Girl.
I listen. But the way my mind's set up, It'd be like next thing you know, I'm dead, and that's my karma for
Uh-huh.
stealing a lip liner. Like I get really intense real quick. But bitch, if I'm doing anything, I'm robbing the bank. I'm like
Yep,
Deion Sanders. It must be the money.
yep.
You
Number one.
Serious.
robbing a bank?
Robbing banks.
That's still
Plural.
stealing. I do
It's
that too.
stealing, but yeah, but it's like, am I gonna be Robin Hood? Probably not. Like I'll call you and be like, yo, I'm like I'm gassing up the jet. We going here. Have your backpack. Be there at 6 o'clock. If you're not there, you getting left behind, and that's it. Like so, I can
You
live
not
like this.
giving back? You not giving back?
No, I'm deserving of a lavish life. Life for me ain't been no crystal
Crystal
stash.
style.
Okay, like that ass, like
Yo.
It's got boards torn up.
like shit, like for real. Life has been hard. Shit, I'm just enjoying
Look,
the 20s.
she
Okay,
said, "Look, I deserve your money."
I deserve it. I deserve it because listen, when the clock struck midnight at 2020, it be all hell broke loose. I'm just now enjoying these years of the 2020 whatever. Shit, I'm exhausted. I got frown lines now. I'm trying to get Botox,
Ooh.
fillers, all whatever the fuck I can get with y'all money.
With y'all money.
With y'all money.
Oh my God. Okay.
That was
Amir,
cute.
can I
Aw,
get the right?
thanks.
I love that. That was cute.
No,
Can I get
the
the little
game, the
timer
intro, I
thing
like.
up there?
It's
Is it possible?
oh.
Oh. Oh, okay. Because
Are
I
y'all
can't
from
see.
St. Louis?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, I see the arch.
we both. Yeah. So Tahir and I both are, and then yes, she's also lives here in LA, and she's also from St. Louis.
Oh, I thought you was gonna leave me hanging. I was like, oh no, you
No.
forgot my name.
No, I was just saying, like, you are too, because it
I,
kind of
um,
fits. Usually
I
I'm
turned
not.
40, I don't mind saying I turned 43 in October, and
Uh-huh.
I had a gig in Seattle, and instead of flying back to DC, I drove back across like 14 days
Oh
from
wow.
from Washington State back to Washington DC. And one of the cities I stopped in was St. Louis. I'd never been there before for that.
How was it?
It reminds me of something about the cities that sit on the Mississippi. Like I feel like there's a
Yeah.
similarity. So I felt very much so at home in St. Louis.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think it's a very pretty city. I enjoyed my time.
Where was you where it was pretty?
Yeah, I was about to ask the same question.
Let me not do that,
I
y'all.
did
I'm
go
playing
to
with y'all.
different parts. I can see why some parts you would question about being pretty. I had my ribs and all of that wasn't so pretty, but there
I
are some pretty
had
parts.
because I'm not exactly from St. Louis, so I'm from the Illinois side,
Okay.
Belleville, Illinois, and so I had right just before Christmas the most St. Louis trip of my life.
It was a good time.
I had never stayed there. I was there, like, stayed in the city for several days. Like, I've worked over there, but I go back home. I shop over there, but I go back home. And yeah, the actually being there, having to walk around, navigate the city, the highways, all those things. I was like, this is the most time I think I've ever spent in St. Louis at one time in my entire life.
We had a time, man. It was a good time.
We
I can't wait
almost
to do
got
it.
robbed, but that's not
That's
important.
just a part of like St. Louis
So
culture. You get used to it. You know?
jumping into defending my blackness, I need y'all to put yourselves on the line first before I share my
We both at the same time, like, hold on.
the face.
I gotta see first. Tell me first.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh God.
so
Like when somebody come and say, "Promise you won't get mad." I can't promise you nothing.
please,
Shit,
please
shit.
promise me you won't judge me too harshly, friends.
Okay. Okay. No judgment here.
Okay,
This is a judgment free zone. You got it.
Okay. Okay. Serious up. I do not always. I don't shower daily, and when I do, I don't always use a washcloth or a tool at all. I use a body wash, but sometimes I just use my hands to clean my body.
Okay.
That is my truth. But I definitely don't shower every day.
Okay. That's fair.
Okay.
That's
'Cause
not
it was
I said judgment free, so
it-
I don't have no words.
She's like, you can't say something nice. Don't say anything at all.
I
Okay.
have never had
I feel like I'm pitting out.
I have never had someone admit that that's black to me. I have a few questions. What motivates you to shower versus not?
hmm So like, it really started because once lockdown started, really, like, kinda. So if I don't leave home and I'm just walking around in like the same clothes, I'm not going. I'm not going to shower. Like I operated that way over the weekend. Like if I didn't go anywhere all weekend,
Yeah.
then it was whatever shower Friday morning carried me to like Sunday night.
Amir texting somebody and telling.
I didn't know you was gonna say that long.
I'll say this. Okay.
Yes.
In your defense and where
Uh-huh.
I can relate, I'm kind of like that too. But I sweat. Like this
Yeah.
this thing happens. I blame birth control where I am just sweaty, especially at night. And
Mm.
I can shower at night. The other night
Mhm.
I did it and I just had a terrible it's mainly my friend fault about the Beyonce tickets. So I couldn't sleep. So I was very anxious about everything, right?
Mhm.
But when I tell y'all, my bed was drenched.
Really?
And I had to get up and shower because I was just like, I just changed my sheets. I'm not
Mhm.
changing those again, but I can wash my ass. I feel like my coworkers might be deserving of that. But it'll be sometimes like I will be honest, I will plan to shower in the morning, get up early because sometimes I'm up at 5
Mhm.
and I'll I'll sleep and I will watch my cootie cat and walk right on out the door.
Every time she says "Cuda cat,"
Cootie cat.
it sends me
It
reeling.
gives me like pootie tang.
Yikes!
I don't know why.
Side, what do you say? Side eye tail, the pity tie.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I mean, I'm sure I
But
cannot say that I've showered every single day of my life,
mhm.
but I also can't say I don't shower every day.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I sweat, and I
Yeah.
also think that now at my age, me and my friend was just on the phone 10 minutes before this. The body goes through new things. Like I feel like I'm meeting myself all over again.
Yep.
Mm.
Period, flow,
Mhm.
body smell,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
I also had 3 years of my life where I was on testosterone, hence the beard. So I was smelling like a prepubescent boy in my 20s. There was a lot going on back then. I'm not on T anymore, so
Uh-huh.
but I like washing a day off.
Like washing the day off, yeah.
At night.
I get that because I
You
definitely
don't sleep
did.
better when you take a shower before you go to bed?
No, you know what? I'm also very toddler-like.
What
I
you mean?
exhaust myself and I like
You
pass
crash.
out.
You don't go
So
to sleep.
I rarely
Lord.
actually go to sleep. Like I will sit up and I'll keep doing things. And like when I finally get to bed, it's
Mhm.
like I have no energy I didn't leave myself any wiggle room to do anything else but fall asleep.
Mhm. So do
So
you sometimes wake up on the couch? Like you just
yep,
passed out?
Yep. Now that's me.
yeah.
Yeah.
That happens to me, and I regret it because I'm like, "Yo, I'm almost 40. This body can't do
Mhm.
couches like that no more."
Mhm.
Somebody I be mad at my family, so none of y'all motherfuckers gonna wake me up. You saw me on the couch. You know Imma be sore in the morning. Like, I be
Yeah.
upset. It's like, you looked so peaceful, but you know the aftermath. Like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all turn. What's your least black thing? Tell me right now because I feel
Mine is kind of easy because
like
it's
I'm pitting out.
well, it's not about hygiene, but I have not seen Coming to America all the way through. Not
The
one time.
original?
Never.
I mean, I understand not watching the second one, but the first one? Why?
I definitely know who was in it. I know scenes. I could identify if somebody made a meme. I know it's Coming to America. I know the references when people go and they wear the like Halloween. I know it. I know the iconography of the film. Could I tell you the storyline? Could I tell you what the hell happened? I know that he came from another country to New York. I know it.
Where he come from though?
Um, what's the name of the place they made up? It's not Wakanda.
No, it is not.
If you said it, I will remember. But
It
I have
started with a Z. I'll give you a hint.
Zamunda.
Okay.
Yep.
I was like,
I
you
I
watched
know
the
these
beginning. You
things,
watched the
I
beginning.
wasn't even gonna give her that. Like, nope.
I was
but
gonna give
I've
her
never
that,
seen
but
the
I would
movie.
just like to know where did like what was the last scene that you remember? Because I like like if you saw it halfway through, what was
I
that
remember him
last scene?
standing
And then
on
I'm pretty
the
sure she
fire
falls
escape.
asleep.
I remember him standing on the fire escape, yelling to someone, "It's a great
Yes.
day," and somebody saying,
Oh
"Shut up."
yes,
Yes.
that's
It was
one of
like,
my
to be
favorite
loved,
scenes.
to be
No,
loved.
it was
Yeah.
the I am very happy to be
To be
here.
here.
But
Yes.
then
Fuck you. Yes, yes. Fuck you too.
Two.
but then he does it to
Yes, he does sing.
again, but I thought he was outside his place again when he did that. Like it was
I thought
again.
he was walking up the street like swinging around light poles and
Oh
shit
shit! And
singing.
look,
Okay.
it's been a
I actually,
while.
I know enough of it that I could fake it like I have, but I have never seen that movie already.
Oh wow.
So like no interest at all because you like have already heard too much about it or what?
I will watch it. But it's
Like
just not, I think it's so deeply rooted in Black culture across the diaspora that I be feeling like I probably shouldn't admit this shit at all.
Well, I
Yeah.
can relate. I've never seen Belly.
Wow.
Yeah, but I hear
Yeah.
from my homeboy that he feels like I'm not missing anything. And he said, I think they use too much money in the opening sequence. And he said by the end of the movie they run out. So
They
he's
ran
like,
out of money.
he's like, you could tell it's like just not the same, it's not shot the same. So he's like, you're really not missing nothing. I was like, okay, cool. So I don't have to watch Belly.
I feel like some shit, if you didn't see it and didn't grow up immersed in it, to see
Mhm.
it at 40 something for the
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
time, I don't know if it's quite the same.
That's how I feel about Boys in the Hood. I think
Mm.
I've never seen it all the way through and
I don't know if you want to be
it
traumatized. It was a little
Yeah.
traumatic.
it was more more ahead of our
Yeah.
time. Like when that movie came out, I was too young to watch it, according to Sweet Val.
Yeah. That
So it was like, no, you can't see this. And by the time I was old enough to, quote unquote, old enough to, I wasn't interested. I don't want to
Yep.
see that old ass movie.
I don't, for me, I don't even think it's that. It's just so my mom was like that. Like we couldn't go to the movies to see rated R stuff or whatever without her. And so we actually did see Boys in the Hood at home because she has like a Blockbuster in her house. So we saw it, but I was just like, this is all just really terrible. Like, I don't know if I want to grow up if life is like this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I keep trying to
yeah.
challenge myself to sit because I've never seen Rosewood either. And I
Well,
want to
I've
sit.
seen that like once and it was a long
Awesome.
time
I
ago.
want to sit and watch it, but I'm like, haven't I heard the story already? Do I have to?
Girl.
But whenever, somebody brings it up, I feel bad that I haven't seen it.
I'm just in the space of right
Uh.
now. I don't really want to watch anything black traumatic, black trauma, anything, because I'm just too fragile. Like right now, I'm just trying to enjoy the fruit of happiness.
What
Seriously.
what are your thoughts on that? Do you still appreciate hearing the stories? You do?
I'm a Libra, so it's my argument is always, why is there no balance? I'm not saying take away reality, but I'm saying present a more balanced perspective of Black life.
Yeah.
So what do you feel is missing right now? What POV from for Black people is not represented right now?
Our POV.
Don't sleep on that.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
like, girl, life thriving, making new
Don't sleep on that.
friends,
That
all
was
this stuff.
powerful.
Like, I ain't like outside of lockdown being locked down and
Mhm.
chaotic. Like, developing a relationship with y'all like has been like the highlight of these past couple of years. Like becoming
Aw.
no, don't do that.
Okay.
I'm
Don't
like,
be emotional.
listen, please don't. I can't take it right now. You know,
Right,
you
you just heard me say I'm fragile. You're
I was
right.
like, but also the one emotion that I have right now, I can't process it. No, I'm just fucking with you. But but like seriously, like making new friends, like is such an underrated thing that we kind of take for granted. And we, people always talk about as they get older, it's harder for them to make new friends. And I feel like it's just such a breeze. And I cherish y'all because I was gonna call yesterday. I was like, shit, me and this dog finna come over your house. We ain't doing nothing. She getting on my nerves. Let her play with BMO and see if they cool.
You know what? We got home late yesterday because I spent a couple days in Joshua Tree. I had to escape.
Oh,
Mm,
hell.
mm.
Listen.
I had to escape
Yes.
for a couple days, and I took the dog with me to keep me sane because I got a house in Joshua Tree, and it was a fucking fishbowl. There was no curtains. So as soon as it was dark.
Dark.
Oh my
And so I was
god.
like, "I'm so happy I brought my dog because as long as he's calm, then I know everything's chill
Yeah.
outside."
Yes.
'Cause child, if he hadn't been there, I would've been like, "I'm coming home."
Yes.
I don't feel
Ain't
safe. I
ain't
don't
no
know what the
curtains.
hell I was thinking, but
Oh,
so
that's so
happy I took the
creepy.
dog. Yeah,
It's so creepy.
It
yeah.
was one of those small wooden houses where the bed is right by the window that people.
So you know what? It was more of like a stone situation,
Oh,
Okay,
but
yeah.
it was windows all around, and there were 2, floor to ceiling sliding doors, one in the front of the
ooh,
property, one in the back, and so those were the only things that had curtains, but it was a window behind the bed, on the side,
mm.
across the room, across from the bed.
This is giving Scream vibes.
It was 2, and mind you, like, this is like a studio setup, so the bed, kitchen, bath, like, it's all one big ass room, basically.
Okay.
But it's windows all around it with absolutely no curtains.
We should do
Mm.
Hicksville, USA one time.
Hicksville.
Hicksville.
Hicksville, what is
Yeah,
that?
it's like a little like resort kind of, but it's not really resort. They're like trailers and they're all themed different things. Like they had at one point they had kind of like a Barbie room. They had like so they're I'll send it to you. It's
Uh-huh.
really, really cool. I've been
Oh,
like
okay.
dying to go.
I've been
Yeah.
looking at the Getaway, and they're all over the country, and they're
Mhm.
like a little have you heard about it? The
That's what I
little
thought you was talking about.
cabins. Oh, no, yeah, I really wanna do that, and I told my sister about it, and she's like, "You out there with them white people, that's some white people shit. Don't you fucking go out to the woods in no goddamn cabin by yourself," and I was like, "But it sounds so peaceful."
Girl,
Lord.
go in the woods in the
Right?
cabin by
Lord.
yourself.
Have you
Lord.
tried it yet?
Mm-mm.
No.
I tried to get one. I think the closest here is in Pennsylvania,
Mhm.
and they're booked up till I don't know. When I looked, they were booked, but I'll try again. I definitely
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, especially for, like, some old solo retreat, getting back to yourself type
But
shit.
they popular and they got booked up real fast.
Yeah. Okay, so you being a DEI specialist, and I like that face. Why that face? Why that response? She's
It's always weird.
it's bec it's
Go
don't
ahead.
look, on your shit, don't do
I gotta
that.
get professional. Go ahead.
No, but me thinking about or considering how I need to defend my blackness made me think of just the different ways, like, when I was corporate, how I may whether or not I missed the mark on some things just in advocating for myself.
Mm.
Um, because it was, though they, like, jumped into the whole DEI and had somebody come and consult and just do all these trainings and stuff, it was, just a lot of moments that I could have been more vocal, and I wasn't, and then the times when I was vocal, it was like, "Was that worth the fight?" So, I just wanna get into just those areas where you think that we being Black people have become so conditioned to not say anything, and where do you see that happening most often?
It's not up to Black people to liberate ourselves.
Mm.
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 Can
It's not
you
up it's not
can
up to
you
us.
can you go a little bit deeper in that?
Let me be crass and use a crass example
Mhm.
that get me garnered ableist, but is it up to somebody in a wheelchair to build their own ramp?
Mm.
No. And I know that's
Yep.
like the most lowest
Lois.
space you
Yeah.
can go about ability.
Yeah.
It's not up to students in schools who don't think audio visually to change public school education into being audiovisual. It's up to the people who think who benefit, who think
Yeah.
audiovisual.
Mhm.
So if you take that and put that in the context of race, yes, Black people, it would be nice if we didn't also enact the problems. For example, it would be nice if my mama hadn't absorbed messages about what a black girl in the 80s straight permed hair should look like that
Mm,
resulted in me with alopecia. It's the same sentiment of straight is better is white.
Mhm.
mm,
Nice if
Mhm.
black people didn't have that perspective. But it's also not up to black people to free themselves from something that was literally built to destroy them.
Yep.
mm.
That's
Oh.
why.
So
So when you tell me you sitting in this workspace when you
mhm.
was in corporate, should I have talked more? Maybe. But I also understand survival and why you may choose not to talk more is actually up to the person who is less burdened to talk or to change or to create policies.
So
I'm not saying you shouldn't have a voice in it.
right. No, I get that. So in those I do believe in a lot of ways that the white people don't, because it's so ingrained in them to be that way, that they don't always realize what they're doing.
Yes,
And
that's true.
so does it not make sense to, like, hey, call it out and then put the responsibility on them to fix it, or do you just not say anything?
Friend, our great grandparents been calling it out. Like how long we calling out? Or how long are we gonna say, shouldn't we alert white people? Shouldn't we make white people aware?
Mm.
White people don't be wanting to relinquish the little like, especially when it comes to like white women.
Mhm.
And I don't want to say all white women are like this, but this is why I kind of had like issues with the feminist movement because they don't want to relinquish the a little bit of power that they do have.
Mhm.
So, and what proves that to us is like every time, and when it comes to like politics and they vote, we see that they come out in droves and they vote, but then they vote against their better interest. And
Mhm.
so it's that I'm like not as trusting of them because it's like you say you are an ally, you are fighting for equal rights, you are trying to do all these things, but then the numbers show over otherwise, and the numbers don't lie.
Mhm.
And so it's right there. I think people are just very complacent with where they are. And because the system works for them. And so it's why would I change something and I benefit from it? Like it doesn't cause any infractions upon me, though it's like hella fucked up. Like, it's hella fucked up. Like, I was having
Mhm.
this conversation with my, like, brother, and he was like, "Well, I don't understand." And I was like, "It's white supremacy. That's the answer." Like, everything he said, I was like, "White supremacy, assimilation, white supremacy, assimilation." And I don't know when I got to this point. I
Mhm.
don't know if this happened probably Trayvon Martin era, then seeing Mike Brown's, like, body land on that hot ass asphalt in
Mm.
St. Louis in the middle
Yeah.
of the summer for, like, 4 hours.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to me in that moment, but it really changed my perspective on how I look at, like, a lot of different things when it comes to us in life.
Mhm.
And I know that as much yes, like, we want them to, like, change. I don't see that happening in our lifetime.
Oh, of
And
course
I don't
not.
see it happening in the next lifetime or the one after that.
We would literally have to wipe out everybody that's older than 3 years old.
And they think
We
Didn't
would
think that was
yeah,
the age you was gonna use, but here we are.
like, cause really, no, you're not, like,
we would
why?
have to, because they don't know at that age,
That's
like,
why I don't think reforming
once they're in
trash systems
school, we're
are working.
doomed.
Yeah, it's
You
w
can't fix you can't if I bake a cake and somehow the batter gets jacked up, tainted, or and I keep using that same batter, but I like
want
make
different
more
results.
batter,
Yeah.
but I'm still some of that batter is still in it. Then I'm like, oh, I need more cakes. I make more batter.
Right.
That tainted batter is always there. I
Yep.
can't.
Mhm.
I gotta throw that shit out. I
Yep.
can't. And if we say the tainted batter of hundreds of years, like I can't reform this thing.
Yep. Burn it down.
Nah, am I saying I think that white folk is gonna wake up tomorrow and liberate and wake up and be like, let me stop voting against my own best interest? No, it ain't what I'm saying. But I am
Mhm.
saying that it's not my responsibility as
Yeah.
a black person to dismantle systems built to kill me
Yep.
Yeah.
on here. No.
So, at this point, because it seemed like It seemed like it was just another fad, kinda, and I hate to say this, like a school shooting or a police killing, like it seemed like everybody jumped on the DEI
Oh, DEI
bandwagon.
dying right now. It's dying.
Right. Okay, because I'm like, was this just a fad? Are they expanding on this at all?
Oh, we went from no smoking to sugary beverages to DEI to
What's DEI for the people that don't know?
Oh,
diversity,
diversity,
equity, and inclusion.
equity, and
Okay,
inclusion.
okay, all right.
I'm
I was just
sorry.
making. I was like, y'all, everybody don't know what that mean, but I think that's what that mean. But I ain't sure.
I apologize to those listening who did not know. I just assumed, and that's my fault.
Yeah,
Diversity, equity,
Equity
and
and
inclusion.
inclusion, yes.
yeah.
And that's
Some
so
of it's
funny because you
so.
still kinda corporate, so I'm like, "How do you don't
Cause my
know?"
job don't do that bullshit. No, they ain't put a black square up.
Really?
Girl, nobody asked me was I okay.
She
Nobody
funny.
said nothing to me. You know what they gave me for Christmas? Another
The
damn
blanket?
blanket
Yes,
and a
you told
candle.
me. They
I'm
was like
tired. I am tired.
Tired.
I'm tired. And but the thing that's cool about my situation is that no request is ever denied.
Mm,
Should the pay be better? Absolutely. But I'm gonna say something while we talking about like black people shouldn't do certain things. I also think that when you are in the same space as a black person, don't make their life more difficult. Please don't make my life more difficult because I deal with that on a consistent basis at this job. And I'm just like, how nobody else on my ass but you and you, I don't report to you and you
Mm,
in my business over here and you trying to implement. No, take your
Oh,
ass over there, do
mm.
your
so
shit.
whoever this is definitely on her kill list if she
Yes.
It
decided to
is. It's like, girl, like if you were thirsty and I had a water, I would not give it to you. I purposely ignored this person. We had a holiday Christmas party. When I tell you, my ass was like, okay, shit, my vision. Let me turn. Let me turn. So I don't see it. So I don't have to be fake and speak. No, I'm not doing that shit,
not you
bro.
went out of your way to not speak.
No, like I can't do it because like the real me knows that I want to
Mhm.
like probably put hands on you. And we're too old to be doing stuff like that to be very reactive. So I just pretended that she didn't exist.
Mm.
Protect your peace.
Yeah.
Protect your peace. I was about to
And
say
it was fun. My friend's like, you
She
so
said it
petty.
was
He's
fun,
like, you so
Lord
petty. I said,
Jesus.
hell yeah.
But
She
DEI not about to free us either.
Yeah,
No, it's
I want to
not.
be,
it's not.
although that's partial, my bread and butter. It's
So
not about to free us.
so what's next? What comes? How do you continue the conversation? How do you continue to keep people even concerned about it and not allowing it to fall by the wayside?
I don't know if I don't know if I can. I think that the reason why, like, so the trainings, which is a very popular response to trying to
Mhm.
Y'all had trainings about this.
Yes.
at
Lord.
work.
Whole ass trainings.
Yep, my last full time job before I became a full time entrepreneur was nerd out moment. I'm actually formally trained in public health, so I'm an epidemiologist and a biostatistician. So I have two public health degrees
Mm.
formally, and I had actually a
Okay.
beautiful merger of my training and my passion. So my last full time job was at the New York City Public Health Department
Mhm.
as a racial equity lead trainer. So it was a merger. Um, that was even an example where leadership was on board. We had full funding to do what we wanted to do. It was mandated to take core workshops. 7,000 individuals were mandated on their task and standards to take core workshop.
Mhm.
And I bring this up because part of what we experience sitting in these trainings is because they don't address the core issue.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the problems ain't happening on interpersonal levels, they're happening on system levels.
Mhm.
So if my response to the issue is not on the level it's occurring, that ain't gonna work. You making all these people sit in these trainings, taking
Yep.
these trainings like racism is an interpersonal issue. Racism is a structural problem.
Mhm.
We're not fixing structural issues. We fixing trying to fix individual people.
Yep.
That's that's not gonna work. This is why you sitting in these trainings looking like, should I talk? Should I not? Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Is
remember
it?
being pulled into a meeting with the head, our chief officer for the department that I worked in, and she was just like, just trying to sound very empathetic and just, how are you feeling? And, any situations here that we should address, or what is it like, basically just trying to get in touch with what it's like to be a black and brown person working at the organization. And I'm like, I came in here like, oh yeah, they care about their employees, this is a diverse community. But that was just at my level. Everybody above me was a white man,
Mm,
Yeah.
except for her. She was a white woman. And I was like, and so to look at
the
that.
diversity.
Right. It was like, and to look at that and to already go through life being a black woman, feeling like, oh, you're a two-time loser already because you're a woman and you're black. So to step into this space where you don't even see where you could even possibly have an ally or a voice, like
Mhm.
this is concerning. And she's just sitting there like, oh wow. And they went on to hire all these like to restructure and hire all these black people in management, but they were like making up positions
Yep.
for people.
Oh,
So it was like, when did we need that role filled? Do you realize it's like
but the white men
four
still.
more over here
Yep.
that need to be filled? Yes. So it's like you how does this make sense?
And then
And
they cut them jobs.
Wow.
child, look and listen.
I be
Um
so over it. Every day I pray, I get up, I say, Lord, I can't wait to be independently owned and operated for real, for real.
for
I
real,
mean,
for real.
I'm like, I know I'm always have to report to somebody, just depending on like what industry that
Mhm,
is, but you can like negotiate and navigate and have more control
mhm.
over what you're doing, to a certain
Yeah,
degree. But that clock in and clock out shit is for the fucking birds.
birds.
And I'm not mad at people that is their bread and butter, that's their end all be all, because some people like it. Like some people enjoy it, some people love their jobs,
Mhm.
but I'm not that person. Like the
Mm.
way my creative mind be set up, I be sitting there, I be working on this stuff, and my mind just be wondering. I was like, man, I
Mhm.
can't wait to be on that yacht. I cannot wait. My God, give it to me now. Pour my blessings out.
Listen.
I'm tired. I thought I would be a housewife by now, man.
But the
Shit.
truth is that
The aspirations.
if we woke up tomorrow and all of the racism, capitalism was gone,
Mhm.
most of us would be unemployed.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Most of
Yep.
us are employed in fields that racism is necessary to have a job.
Whew.
Like, so, if you think about, let's say we abolish prisons, which I do want to live in a world that doesn't need prisons. But if today we abolish them, COs would be out of work, judges, lawyers,
Okay.
people
Yeah.
would, our very livelihood depends on the problem to be a thing.
Yeah. So that's why
Ain't
it
that
it
fucked up?
goes
There's a vested interest in
so
keeping the
deep.
situation.
Yep.
Mhm. Wow. Um, so just shifting right now before we get out of here, because you posted something very interesting the other day, and now I need your actual opinion on it. Look at her face.
I want the audience to know I don't know what she about to say.
Oh, they used to everybody except for me being in the dark.
Okay, okay. All right, go ahead.
So you posted Whoopi Goldberg's view on
Oh,
on
the
not living with her spouse.
mhm.
What your
In my
thoughts?
stories, I was like, wait, what? Okay, yeah. Mhm,
Yes. What are your actual thoughts on that? Did that resonate with you?
mhm.
Is that
Well, I never, even before realizing I was queer, watching the straight marriages around me, the good ones
the
as
good
well.
ones? You got to be specific. The good ones.
No, because the two that really were dear to me as a kid, both
Mhm,
are divorced at this point in life. Like the
mhm,
good,
Okay.
um, Like, I'm not the person that ever was like, I don't understand in my head how someone can say ahead of time, I want to be married. How do I know that if I
Mhm,
haven't met someone with whom I want to marry?
mhm.
Okay.
Because then I feel like what happens is anybody will do that's above decent. Like if you are, for me,
I absolutely love that you worded it that way, that, like because it's some people, it is like, you just got married for the sake of being married.
yeah,
I'm
You
not
don't
gonna
even
lie.
like this person.
yeah. I actually don't think
Yeah.
majority, I don't know what percentage I would say, but many people who are married don't like their partner.
Oh, yeah. We found that out during COVID.
Yeah. Yes,
Child.
we did.
Yeah.
Everybody got
When I see
divorced.
Whoopi Goldberg, I mean, she also tongue in cheek. She also a comedian, so I hold all of that as part of understanding
Yes.
what she's saying. She old, not old, but she's older.
Uh-huh.
But when she said, "Cause I don't want nobody in my
In my
house,"
house.
first of all, it just sent me to like
Yes.
my aunt would say, my mama would say, I was like, I grew up with this type of conversation.
Yeah.
Right.
And I understand what the hell she's saying because okay, this is what I don't understand about marriage. The traditional expectations. I'm not talking about people who challenge the traditional. You are pretty much expected if there's one person and one person, each person have a house, you expected to abandon those houses and come to a new house
Yeah.
together, or someone move to someone's house.
Yeah.
There's a giving up of one home of some sort.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I don't understand how I'm supposed to thrive in this new relationship in an unfamiliar place that I've had to concede what I've made my home
Mm.
to either come into your house or a new house we done bought that is unfamiliar to all of us. And I'm supposed to prove through this trial and this struggle that I love you and how much I can weather. And we can have the conversation about the proving of the weathering across Black women, marriage,
Oh,
gay shit,
child.
whatever.
All of it.
I don't understand. So when she say I don't want nobody in my house, I get it. You can have a key. We could be married. But I don't want you to give up your shit. I don't want to give up my shit for us to try to prove that through that avenue we love each other
Mhm.
when it would be fun because it's also psychology. Like, what keeps people the spice is newness, is novelty. You got to have some of that.
Yeah.
So we can do that. Why can't we renegotiate marriage?
Yes.
But y'all be wanting to cuddle
Yes.
at night and shit. Like it be at nighttime for me.
Then
That be the only time.
you
'Cause
You want
schedule
to
that
come?
then. You
I'm
work
like,
that out.
I
You
just
discuss
want
that.
it only because like during the day I'm fine. I think about this person.
Mhm.
I feel certain things like, oh, I wonder how their day's going, or I can feel like when something bad happens, the energy shifts. But
Yeah.
man, it be at nighttime. And I'm like, stay over. Come over. Like, let's play
Uh-huh.
footsies or some shit. But can you please put the toilet seat down?
Now,
I ain't trying to fall in the toilet if I'm like, oh,
Wow. I've
like,
never had the toilet seat issue ever.
I've never had it. I might end up having it with
But
my brother, but no, I'm like, yo,
so especially now because Tahir and I are approaching 10 years married. And when we first thank you. When we first got together, like we had to find a new place. I was moving out here. He was moving from Hollywood to where we are, to the city we're in now. And when I got there, in his effort to like set it up and make it feel like home for me, he over decorated. And so I get there with my
oh,
stuff and I'm like, you couldn't wait till I got here? Like
you done
oh.
decorated
you done
everything?
See
why
that?
would
That's
you
that
hang this
Aries.
picture? I'm
Yeah.
coming with the whole ass
the
bookcase. Now you
Aries.
gotta take it down. Now it's a hole in the wall. Like, why wouldn't you wait till I get here? Like I'm
You a
going
mess.
in because he took that in his mind. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make it feel like home." And in my mind, it's like, "Oh, so you just moved yourself right in. You didn't even consider me coming."
Mhm.
So it was two different. Obviously, we got over that hump. But when I read that, I thought back to that story. And now in this space where we're like secure and we're good where we are in our relationship, I'm like, I don't need to be up under you all the
Mhm.
time. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I want a room with a door that's that I can close and it's just mine. Like
Mhm.
it's just I want to walk out and put a padlock on that bitch. Like this is
Mhm.
mine and mine alone.
That's so weird because like now I feel like when I was like younger, especially like being an air
Mhm,
sign and being often told that I'm cold in like relationships,
mhm.
I was like that.
Yeah.
But now I want to be in this nigga's skin. Is there something wrong with me? There's something wrong with
No,
me.
but you said
No.
but I think if you was probably with him as much, you would grow to need your own space,
Space,
although you
yeah.
wanna be in his skin.
Yeah, because I was that way
Okay.
about Tahir, like, it's like I just every second, like, let's do all the things together all the
Yeah.
time, and now I'm like, "See you when you
Mhm.
get back, take your time." Have fun. We're good.
Man.
Um,
I don't understand the
I can't wait. I'm just gonna continue to be in your business, so when if you take this journey, Imma be like, "So, where they live at?"
see? And I am single, and I've done the most growth in between my last relationship and now more than any other gap in
Mhm.
Mhm.
How
so,
long has it
sometimes,
been?
uh, this so I'm always remember this because it was literally the week before COVID shut everything down. So early March 2020, I remember I was because I'd be like, what if we hadn't broken up? It
Oh.
was literally maybe March 3rd, 2020.
Shit.
I remember that. I was still living in Harlem. I remember that. So I have no idea because sometimes you don't know how much you've grown until it's battle tested. So I have
Yeah.
no. I theoretically think I've evolved it. I don't fucking know. Okay. So we'll see, but I don't. I don't know. Maybe it's because we're getting older.
Mhm. Yeah.
Maybe it's because I've always questioned these mandates that don't. And I don't mind a mandate that works.
Yes.
But the mandates that are leading to like they just don't go with the way we are as humans. That shit just don't make no sense to me.
It don't.
Yeah.
Like why compulsory heterosexuality, compulsory monogamy, all of these compulsory things that clearly don't fucking work for the majority of people
Yeah.
Majority of
Yeah.
people,
that's trying to force them.
Yeah.
abso-freaking-lutely. Oh my god, I love you. You have to come back.
Yeah, I want to come back because this thing say 57 minutes. I can't believe it's been an hour.
Right, exactly. I was looking at the same thing. Let the folks know where to find you for you get out of here.
All things the ignorant intellectual. Instagram, the ignorant intellectual, Twitter, ignorant intellectual, Facebook, ignorant intellectual at gmail.com. I
And
also just started a new business called Funny Acting Black
okay, I
Girl.
was just about
Okay.
to say, what about funny acting black girl? Okay.
Um, Funny Acting Black Girl is basically for all of the black girls who have been called stuck up, think she cute,
Oh,
sometimey,
I need in on
Right?
this.
Right. That's why I
all
was
of these
like,
things.
I was like, what we gotta do? How I get my
Funny
membership card?
acting, all of that thing. So I started a business. It's currently apparel. So but the deeper perspective is basically trying to humanize black girls,
mhm,
allowing
Yeah.
black girls to be full people.
mhm.
So it's funny because you said Aries. I just launched a new zodiac collection, and the top of the sweatshirt and the back is the stereotypes with an
Right.
X, and the bottom
Aggressive
is
and
um,
something
and
else.
yours is Aries is cold and aggressive
Yep, cold and aggressive. Yep.
with the X through it, and
Right.
then yeah.
It dang it. What was the other one? I'm trying to think of what you put as the reframe
Yeah, because
for
I put a reframe
Aries.
for all of them.
But I went through and read some of them, and I was like, "See, I like this much better than what."
See?
So all of her zodiac sign line has like the stereotypical kind of
What
the
mine say?
negative. You think I
Cold and
remember?
aggressive.
You think I remember
We don't be
yours?
aggressive. Y'all just don't like the truth. Y'all
But
don't like how we dish it.
the
And I relate.
she does
Listen,
a reframe of all the zodiac signs. So
Yeah.
there's something
okay.
that
All right.
says like
I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to
look
invest.
at it this way. And I
Yeah.
was right.
Mhm.
I was on there like, oh, this cream Aries. Okay. I'm here for it. But
That's
Yeah.
funny.
yes.
I can't wait.
But I actually absolutely love the funny acting black girl line. When I read your write up of it, I was like, this resonates with me because this
Yeah.
was like
Mhm.
even this was me and my sister, even to our family.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
we were the funny acting ones. We
That's
thought
where it
we were
starts.
too good,
Mhm.
blah, blah, blah. So
You
it's just
standoffish, you think you too good, all of these
right.
things, and it's like,
Yeah.
"Girl, I'm just fucking hungry. I It's not that deep. I just didn't
Right.
wanna be here. I am
Girl.
overwhelmed."
Right.
Or something as deep as I am experiencing anxiety right now.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
I am overwhelmed right now. So it
Yep.
goes from
Yes,
the funny
yes.
shit to the deep shit. It could be like I mean, black girls are neurodivergent too. Every black girl is not neurotypical.
Mhm. Yep,
So
yep,
it's
yep.
definitely that's what Funny Acting Black Girl is about. So I appreciate you even reading and knowing about Funny Acting Black
Yes, yes. I was gonna tell you, stand up and show off
Girl.
the crew neck you got on now.
I ain't gonna
Hey.
stand all the way up. This is the Scorpio one,
Yes, that's the Scorpio one.
and then the back is I don't know.
The
What it say? Possessive and what is that?
vindictive.
Vindictive,
Ign
enigmatic, and luminary.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the
Beautiful.
reframe for Scorpio.
Dope.
All 12 zodiacs have a reframe.
Oh,
Yes.
I can't wait to get
Right.
mine.
So get all up in it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Zarendrian, for joining us today. I
Thank
cannot
you.
wait to have you back.
I come over there on the West Coast, I will hit you up.
Please do. Let's go out and do things in the
Yes,
world.
yes. Dominique, you gonna come too?
Yeah, Imma
Yes.
be there. Look,
Yes.
what Imma do? Play with my dog? Pretend to be mom?
No,
But say you can't bring the dog. She's not an animal
I know,
person.
I was going that's what I was like, "Well, yeah, I'm going." I already knew I was going. I invited myself. See,
I'm like,
we
girl, she like, no, I'm coming.
Right, right. I love it. Okay, thank
Thank
you
you so
so
much.
much. Yes, and y'all, thanks for tuning in. Please, please, please follow Ignant Intellectual on all the things, Funny Acting Black Girl on all the things, and also follow my stand-in co-host here, Miss Saint Angeles, Tender Lovins,
yeah, yeah.
Dominique Lovings, on all the things. And we will catch you next week for another episode of More to the Story. Bye.